Hey, what's going on, guys? Mile High back at it with another video. In today's video, we're going to be going over this Root Rider army again that I've been making videos about. It is absolutely overpowered. As you see here, I went plus 320 and I'm at almost 5,800 trophies. And I'm not that good of an attacker. I would say I'm maybe slightly above average. So if I can make this work this easily, you guys can definitely do it too. As you see here, plus 320, and we're actually doing pretty good on defense. We only have 2 defenses left and we're still plus 140. So it's going to be a pretty huge day for me, actually. I'm hoping I can make it to 6,000 trophies by the end of the season. I'm not even going to cherry pick any of these replays. I'm just going to pick random ones just so it's different types of bases, different stuff like that. Not just going to pick overkill ones because that doesn't really showcase the attack in its full potential. If I show you just random bases, it shows you how much potential it has on any kind of base you can encounter. So here's the army. There will be a link in the description. And this clan castle, like I said in the last video, I'm only using this because it costs less for the 1 gem donations, and it's been working fine, obviously. But if that isn't an issue for you, if you're not worried about the cost of the 1 gem donation, I would use 5 Valkyries and 3 Hogs. It just works a little bit better, but this one is a cheap alternative that obviously works just fine. And for equipments on the Royal Champion, well, I'm using the Spirit Fox with the Electro Boots, and I'm using the Seeking Shield, and I'm only using the Seeking Shield because most of my equipment is underleveled because I took like a year break from playing, and of course that's right when the equipment's released, so I'm way behind on my equipment. So again, I'm using Seeking Shield, but if you have the Hog Puppet upgraded, that's definitely a better option. On the Queen, I'm using the Frosty with the Healer Puppet and the Giant Arrow. For the Warden, I'm using Diggy with the Eternal Tome and the Healing Tome. And then I'm using the Minion Prince with the Phoenix and its original equipment. But if you guys want to use the King, that's also acceptable. I like using the Minion Prince personally. Just being able to frost over everything in the core is really strong. So without further ado, let's hop into the first attack. Alright, so on the first one we got a diamond style base, which are really common. And basically all you're trying to do with your Spirit Walk is to set a funnel. You don't have to be overly greedy because we only have 4 invisibility spells, so we're just trying to set a funnel for our Root Riders. So you see here, we'll send her into this compartment because it's easy to get her in and break that ring in defenses. And make sure you keep your Spirit Fox alive if at all possible. So I don't like to be greedy with my cycles on this because the timing is just so much different now after the balance changes. So you can be a little bit more liberal with your invisibility spells. So as you see here, we are going to try to take out this monolith just because we still have 2 invisibilities, but as soon as that monolith goes down, I'm going to recall her, and as you see, the ring of defenses is already broken, so it sets a nice path right to the core for our Root Riders. And if I remember right, I think I go in from this left side over here. Yeah, we use a skeleton spell on the giant cannon, shoot the Queen's giant arrow across, and the giant arrow is really good because you run into a lot of invisibility tower bases, so that can trigger that right away. And then we'll just send our Root Riders right down the middle. As you see there, we went Queen and our Siege Barracks on the left side to set the funnel over there. Our funnel down here is set perfectly from the Royal Champion. And now we have a perfect path right to the core and right to that Town Hall. So basically just spam everything in. We'll use our first Rage, use our Warden ability there when we encounter all this huge splash damage in the middle. And there goes the Minion Prince ability. We frost over the Town Hall and an Expo. It wasn't that great. It would have been better if we could have hit the core, but we'll freeze a bunch of that splash damage in the core there. As you see here, our healers are putting in work. Everything is basically still full health. All of our heroes are alive. We have a massive push into this core. We did get a little bit of a split because we had some go right to the core and some went left to the Town Hall, but it's not going to matter. We're just going to 2 times through this because basically at this point, there's nothing left for you to do. You're basically just waiting. All I have left is my Royal Champion ability. And I do like to use that manually a little bit before she goes down rather than letting her go to auto ability. Just because when she goes to auto ability without the... I can't remember what that equipment is that gives her more health. But without that, she basically just dies as soon as her Seeking Shield goes off. So I like to use it a little bit earlier. But as you see, this base was absolutely crushed. So I'll hop into another replay. Alright, so this is a little bit more interesting of a style of base here. These are actually really frustrating to attack. So again, we're just going to try to set a funnel. These are a little bit more complicated because it's hard to know exactly where you want to send stuff in. So we're going to send the Royal Champion over here at this corner and try to clear out this whole corner here. And then we'll send our Siege Barracks and our Queen from down here. and it should leave us a path right down the middle. It kind of sucks because I'm going right into the clan castle, but with the spirit walk, it's kind of nice, especially right here. I believe it's going to be archers with ice golems, which is really common. But again, our royal champion with the Electro Boots will melt all those archers, and then all we're going to have left after that is the ice golems. As you see, they get lured now, which isn't that big of a deal, because once they're lured, you can kill them on the outside of the base, and it's not that big of a deal. So you see we got all the defenses, but we do have a lot of junk up here in the top left. So this is where you can use some of your super barbs or even a couple of Valks maybe to clean that up. But we'll send our siege barracks and our queen from the bottom. You see here I send some super barbs up at the top left to clean up that trash, just to set that funnel even tighter. But you see now that we lured the ice golems out with our royal champion, we can deal with those on the outside of the base with our queen and our siege barracks with absolutely no problem. So it's not going to cause us any issues in the core of the base getting frozen up while we're taking a bunch of incoming damage. You see our Valkyries and stuff get distracted and run over there. I should have probably just let those ice golems get dealt with first before I drop my troops, but it's going to be just fine because everything's going to join together. We actually have a ton of wizards too joining in with the main push on our army. We drop a skeleton spell there on the monolith. So for your skeleton spells, you want to put them on the single targeting defenses like single infernos, the monolith, and the giant cannons is what I like to use them for. And we get a little bit of a split. I'm not sure why our minion prince went that way, so we're not going to get any use out of his ability there, because he did not stay with the army, but the rest of the army perfectly pathed to the town hall. And we have one skeleton spell left and one freeze. So I'm going to try to hold on to that skeleton spell for this single inferno and giant cannon on the backside. And then the freeze spell I'm going to use, most likely, I hope I used it here. I used the skeleton spell over here. I must not have noticed that single inferno. I guess it didn't matter because our minion prince took it out, so that worked out fine. But we'll freeze the fire spitter and the scatter shot there. And you see here, our royal champion's still full health, queen's still full health, warden's still full health. Looks like most of our root riders died, but it doesn't even matter because this base is absolutely crushed again. Still 3 heroes alive. No issues whatsoever. Another crushing attack. I'll catch you guys in another replay. Alright, so this is another interesting base, but as you see here, it's going to be really easy to set a funnel because they left us such a narrow path. We can just clear this corner at the bottom and then siege barracks queen that corner at the top, and that leaves us an easy path right down the middle. We do have double invisibility spells, which is a little bit annoying, but as you see, it's not going to be an issue. So our spirit walk from the bottom, and you see easily clear out that corner there. We'll take out this multi-archer tower, and then she'll probably go to the mortar after this, and then we'll just get her out of there. Make sure she doesn't take too much damage. Make sure we don't lose that fox, because that fox is so good. We actually didn't even get the mortar, but it doesn't matter. We'll siege barracks, queen, giant arrow at the top, and that'll easily clear out that corner. And then look at this narrow path we have. It's just this one little square that we can path all the root riders directly through with absolutely no issues. We'll get some cleanup down on the bottom just to get rid of some of that stuff. And then root riders, you get your balloons, your healers, your Valkyries, your apprentice warden, all your heroes right down the middle. Our queen and our P.E.K.K.A.s are coming over to join the main push of the army now, which is actually good because there's no more value left for them at the top. So we're going to have a massive push right through this little narrow section of the base. This is probably one of the best funnels I've had with this because this base is just so perfect for this attack. We'll use the warden ability, protect from the enemy clan castle troops. And as you see, look how clutch that is. The Valkyries and my baby dragon from my siege barracks actually took the town hall. So now we don't even have to wander up to the town hall compartment. Everything is just so tightly grouped right here in the middle. So much damage. You can use your rages to rage your entire army. It rages the healers. Absolutely no problem. This is going to be crushed. And I don't have anything left to do really except for my royal champion ability. So we're just going to 2 times through this and watch this army just crush through the backside of this base. There is a lot of damage there with the multi-inferno, the giant cannon, multi-archer tower, expo, stuff like that. But it just doesn't matter. And for some reason my healers transferred off of the entire army and started healing 1 P.E.K.K.A., which could have screwed me over. It's a good thing this was a crushing attack, but man, sometimes the AI in this game is so dumb, doesn't make any sense, especially stuff like that. I mean, that if it was close, that could cost you the attack. That's what's really frustrating, but we'll hop into one more replay. All right, so for the last replay, this is a pretty common type of base here, and I don't remember exactly how I attack this, but again, you just want to take out a corner with your royal champion, and then you want to take out the other corner with your queen and your siege barracks, and then that'll leave you a nice path down the middle. I'm not sure exactly where I went on this one, so I'm going to 2 times and try to figure out where I started. Okay, I start up there in the top left. We'll take out that corner. And I don't really recommend going completely opposite side of the town hall because sometimes it's hard to keep everything tightly pathed all the way to the back, and sometimes it can result in a 1-star. I've had a couple issues with that, so I just started broadsiding the base and encountering the town hall a little bit earlier. And you see here, our fox is really low, so I want to be really careful and make sure we don't lose that fox. So even if I just get the air defense here in that expo, and that was really risky. I almost lost my fox. I should have recalled a little bit earlier. But I think, if I remember right, I should probably, siege breaks, queen giant arrow from down here. And they'll set the funnel there easily. And as you see there, we got a nice path right through the middle. Once again, pretty easy. We don't have to be too risky with that spirit walk with the royal champion, because it's just too hard to time anymore with them changing the invisibility spell and the fox. It's just too easy to lose your fox. And really, you could lose your royal champion too, and then you're doomed. So I don't like being too greedy with that. Just set the funnel, and the root riders are so powerful. Use our warden ability to protect everything from that massive incoming damage. And we did save an invisibility spell, which is perfectly fine. You can invis your whole army if you need to, or you can save it for later for your royal champion or whatever. As you see there, we use our minion prince ability. We frost over everything in the core there. We got that new defense. I can't remember what that's called, and then the multi-inferno. Takes a lot of incoming damage off our troops. And you see here again, all our spells are used. We do have the super barbs, which are basically just going to be used on the backside to clean up all the trash when stuff is distracted. So we'll just 2 times through this because there's nothing to do from my point anymore. We did use the royal champion ability, and you see she's getting healed back up. Electro Boots are putting in work, and this base once again is crushed. The queen's still full health. Royal champion's still over half health. Our warden's still alive. We have a bunch of root riders, super barbarians, absolutely crushed. This is a dominant attack. As you see, I went plus 320, and like I said, I'm not that good of a player, and I'm approaching 6,000 trophies, and I haven't even been using this for the whole season. If I would have been using this the whole time, I'd be way higher. So let me know in the comments how this works out for you guys. It's been the best attack I've ever used. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.